Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know every time I post a video. So today I am doing a video in my Graphghan series. It's really short. It's just going to be me crocheting 2 rows on a Graphghan that I'm already working on, just to kind of show you my process a little bit. Then I'm not sure when, but I know soon there will be another video where I do a smaller graph, much smaller graph, with you guys from start to finish. So let's go ahead and see what we're working on today. Okay everyone, so this is what it looks like so far. And so what I'm going to be doing is a couple of rows up here, working on the top of the head. And so I'll talk you through what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Yeah, so this is my Cardinal blanket, almost done, and the customer is super excited to get it. So let's get going on the head. Okay, so for my Graphghans, I prefer to work with written instructions. That's just me. I've worked with graphs before, and it's fine, but when you get big graphs and you print them out and tape them together and then have to cross off the lines, it's a pain. I know there's a program out there. I wonder if you can do it in Stitch Fiddle. I'm not sure. But like, you can have your graph on there and track your progress. But I've always been a paper and pen kind of girl anyway, regardless of what I'm doing. And so I prefer written instructions. So, or being able to mark off, what I've done. Again, personal preference. So I am on row 258, and as you see here, this blanket is 192 stitches across and 289 rows high. So I am on row 258. Now the last row I ended with 76 white, or actually the color that we're using is Aran, awesome, an off-white, more of a cream color. But anyway, that's besides the point. So the end is 76 for the last row. Then because I'm doing single crochet, I chained 1, I turned my work, and now we're going to crochet 77 single crochets. All right, so let's get started. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna move my work, move the camera. Okay, so this is just single crochet 77. I don't think y'all want to watch me crochet 77 stitches, so I will meet you all back when I have crocheted 76 stitches, and I will show you from there, because all this is just the background, and then when I hit where the cardinal is, that's when things get fun. Okay, so I'll meet you back up here when I've got 76 stitches. Okay, so this is my 76th stitch. So there's 76. I will say, always count your stitches, because there have been times where I've thought I had the right amount of stitches and somewhere I lost a couple or gained a couple, I don't know. So always count your stitches, but they wanted 77. So we're going to go into this first black single crochet here. There's 2, but you see on the back there's this black strand. You're going to want to catch that black strand under here. So you're going to want to crochet over the black strand in the back. Do not finish off the white. Pull the end of the white forward. Now hold it in place and finish that 77th stitch with black, with the next color, okay? So here, I've crocheted over the end on for one stitch. Then I'm going to, I've pulled my white forward. Now I'm going to finish that stitch with black. Now it says I need 1 black and 6 cherry red. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into this next black single crochet, yarn over, pull through, do not finish it off, pull this black strand forward, find the cherry red strand on the back, and finish that stitch. Now, when a color starts on top of each other, so what happened here is I went in one with the white and went over one of the black, okay? So that caught this one underneath this. Let's see if I can explain this right. Then I did my 1 black. Now, when you pull a strand straight up, it's going to have this line right here that goes straight up. Now, if I was to just make a single crochet, there would be a line up there, and you would see it, and it would look not so good. But see, there are no lines, no straight lines like that. So what you need to do is, okay, put your hook in, then come back here and grab this yarn right here and pull it over your hook. Then you yarn over and pull your yarn through and then finish your single crochet. Now, when you look, there's no vertical line like that, or horizontal, depending on how you look at it. There's no straight line. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we're going to go over the black again, over another color again, because black doesn't start on top of each other. It starts one over. So finish 5, go in your black, trap this end underneath, bring up your yarn. Okay, that's 6. Now pull your red forward, grab the black, or finish the stitch. Now, oh, okay, so I see what I did here. So sometimes, instead of starting a new bobbin, if it's 1 or 2 stitches, you can carry the previous color through. So that's what I did. I didn't start a new bobbin. So actually you don't pull this one forward. You just lay it on top and you crochet over it. So they want 2 black. So crochet 1, 2 black. Now you pull your black forward. and they want 22 cherry red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so we're on 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so what's going to happen here is basically we no longer need this black right here. So you crochet over this black once and just leave it in the back and just crochet over it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to weave in this end later. Okay? What was I on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Pull your red forward. Now this black is not starting later, and it's not starting on top. It's starting one prior to it, one block before, one stitch before. So you still grab the black, finish off the stitch. Now when you do the next stitch in black, you go in the red, but make sure you go under. All right, let's see. You go in the red. Now, if you miss catching this black in your stitch, you're going to have a line going diagonally, and again, you will see it. But you're going to want to go under that black. So now it's caught up in here, and go 1, 2. Bring this forward. Now it wants me to do 82 white. So again, oops, let's move the camera a little bit. So again, this color starts right where the last color ended, so it starts right on top of each other. Go in, find that line, bring it over your hook, and then make your stitches. And then go all the way across to the end. So I'm not sure if I explained that correctly or if people are confused. I hope not. That's sort of why I've been hesitant about doing these Graphghan videos. I want to. If you guys have questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm sure there'll be a lot of them. I can answer them, and then I know I'm going to do another video that a graph from start to finish with you guys. I mean, a very small one. But yeah, so there's one row of color changes. So when it starts on top, when the color starts where the last color ended, the row before, you just grab the vertical line with your hook and crochet it into your stitch. If if this color, like this one did, starts a stitch previous, then you'll have a diagonal line here where it's reaching from here to here, and you just catch that diagonal line in the black stitch. And if, let's say, the red was actually supposed to start here, you catch that underneath, you catch the black underneath, crochet over it once, and then bring it up and start the new color. Again, I'm not sure if I explained that right. Like I said, if you have questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm going to do one more row with you guys. So I'm going to crochet my 82 and then come back. But as I said, it's very important. Maybe not when there's not as many color changes, but when you're doing a bunch of color changes, it is very important to keep track. So I'm just going to mark off what I did, even though I know I did the row. And also don't forget, count your stitches. Okay, so I'll meet you back when I'm to the end of this row, and we'll turn it over and do row 259 together, and then that will be the end of this video. All right, hang tight, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I was gonna meet you at the end, but I ran into a situation that I think would be useful for you guys to see. I'm at the end of my, well, if I actually had bobbins, it would be the end of my bobbin, but I'm at the end of my yarn that I've allotted for this. And so I'm gonna have to add more yarn. So what I do, and everyone's different, I'm gonna be honest, I hate weaving in ends. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. But if I can crochet over them, now that's better. Now, what I'm gonna do is there's this much left. I'm going to start my stitch, and then I'm gonna bring this forward so it's sitting over here. Let me grab my ball of, okay, let me grab my ball of Aran, whatever. Now I've got that held there. I'm gonna grab a long tail here, put it right over my hook, and finish off the single crochet. Now again, if you want to weave it in, you can, but if I've got enough, I will just crochet over this tail here. Now that's how I add when I have a bunch of room available. You know, if there's like 10 stitches or more for me to do that. Adding on a bobbin or yarn when it's only 1 or 2 or even 3 stitches before the next color can be a bit different. All right, so I've crocheted over that end, and then I just keep going. And then when I come back across this way, when I come to here, I'll just catch it and crochet over it this way. So it should be locked in there pretty well. Again, if you rather weave in your ends, go for it. You know, whatever you feel makes your blanket secure. Yeah. All right, so I'll meet you up when I get to the end of the row. Okay, I'm to the end of the row. I'm going to, since it's single crochet, chain 1, turn my work, move the camera. And again, it gets a bit trickier as the projects get bigger. Not trickier, just, you need a lot of room. Okay, so I turned my work, and now I'm just going to crochet back this way. And they wanted 83. So I'll meet back up with you guys when I get to 82. Okay guys, so remember this piece of yarn back here that was left over from the yarn that ran out? So what I'm going to do is when I come back over here, I'm just going to catch it up in my crochet and just crochet right over that and right there. Like I said, if I can crochet over something, I will. I am not a fan of weaving in ends, but I know when you get to more detailed graphs, that is not always possible. And so, yeah. But with these simpler graphs, with the blocks of color being quite large, it's pretty easy to just crochet over things most of the time. Again, if you prefer to weave in your ends, do so. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, whatever you feel is more secure. I have sold at least 10 to 15 of these, well, not this pattern, but Graphghans over the last year and a half or so. Actually, over the last few years. But I have not had anyone say that it's come undone or anything like that. So I guess while I'm crocheting, I can tell you. So I learned this method anyway of doing my Graphghans from the Crochet Crowd. So Mikey and the Crochet Crowd is where I learned how to do my Graphghans like this. And I don't know what my cat wants. No clue. But I apologize. My son has taken a liking to take the cat outside. My cat is not an outdoor cat. And see, this is why you need bobbins, guys. Otherwise, you just have all this yarn and it's knotted up. And anyway, and so now that my cat has gotten a taste of the outside, he thinks he can go outside whenever he wants. And no. So he's over there meowing at the door. Shh, no, you're not going outside. Okay, so we are almost at, I gotta move my camera, almost at 82. We need 83. So remember, okay, so now we're at 82, but we need 83, so we need to go one over on this black. Now, again, here's where it gets a little tricky. I need more yarn. This is ended. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my black. Find an end. Like I said, bobbins are great, guys. I just don't use them. I should. If you're an organized person, use bobbins. If you're like me, meh. It can be a mess. That's okay. All right, I found an end. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to crochet over this so we can lock it in place. I'm going to crochet over that. Bring my white forward. I'm going to get my new black, put it on the hook, finish that stitch. Now with both of these right here, I'm going to crochet one black, crochet over those two. Now I'm going to bring all of this, these two and this black working yarn forward. I'm going to grab grab my red, finish that stitch. Now see how the red starts on top of the red? We are going to go in the stitch, grab this, grab this horizontal line here, pull it over the hook, yarn over, pull through, finish the stitch. Now, they want 22 red, so I'll meet you up at 21. Okay, so this stitch is actually stitch 22. So we're going to bring our red forward, find the black yarn back here. Oh wait, that's right, I pull my red through on this one, don't I? Okay, so actually I'm going to crochet over this, never mind, because I don't have another bobbin on the other end. Again, you can have a bobbin on the other end. It's just when it's only one or two stitches that you carry a color through, you really won't see it that much, and if you do, it doesn't make a big bit of difference. But if I was to carry, like, let's say I left this black on and carried it all the way over here, all the way, I don't know, over here, or all the way back over here, you would see the black through the red. And I mean, it's done, but I don't like it that way, so I just have different bobbins. Okay, so we're going to go into the black, make sure we catch the red, because I want to carry the red through. Grab this black line over here, pull through, and it wants just one. All right, so we pull the black forward, pick up this red again, finish the stitch, and then crochet 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull the red forward. Find this black. Now, pull the black on here. Now, when you go in the red, catch this black so that you're working over that strand right here. And they want 2 black. 1, 2. Pull this forward. I'll probably add another strand of black when I come back over next row, but this is the last row I'm doing with you guys. So grab the white, because it starts right on top of each other. Like in a graph, you would have a white square and a white square on top of each other. So, but when I do a full graph with you guys, granted it'll be small, but a full graph, I will use a graph and show you how to work from a graph. Okay, so pull that strand onto your hook, yarn over, pull through, and crochet your 77. Okay, well, I am not going to crochet my 77 on camera, but we have done, let me try to, I don't know. We have done 2 rows on this bird, and I've showed you how I do my color changes. I've added a bobbin, I've taken one off, I went ahead and weaved in that end and cut it. Yeah, like I said, I will have a more detailed video with start to finish. I just wanted to crochet on my Cardinal, and I figured why not show you guys, or try to show you guys what I do. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm sure there will be questions, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks guys, have a great day.